know what word I love? Win. W-I-N. What does it mean to win? Sometimes when I think of winning, I think of being better than others. Everybody else loses, I win. Ha ha ha. But winning is about meeting other people who are part of your destiny to help you fulfill your winning ability to defeat the dark energies, anything that's keeping us ignorant or stagnant or limited. To win means that we do it together and we're not alone. That's why you guys get readings from me, because you win when you get a reading, but I also win because I learn something from your energetic field. So many of you have energies in your biofield I didn't even know existed. And it's so exciting to me every time I do a reading for someone new and I see something new I didn't know. So it's a give and take exchange. I love it. And I know that other people who watch these videos also feel enlightened. And this enlightenment is a key. And these keys are keys of power. So welcome. Today we're going to be reading for Jules. And Jules, Spirit brought, before we even did the meditation, a quartz crystal and a locket. A locket, the heart and the joy of the heart. Oh, look, somebody put something in here. It says Jesus in there. I think my granddaughter gave this to me. But the lock, when the heart locket is locked, it doesn't have the power. You need two. It needs to be open. There needs to be two or more. And so for things to work, we need each other. We just do. And the word win has 3 word letters in it. And this is 1, 2, 3. Ha ha ha. So one thing that Spirit brought for you is dreams and thought. Before you go to bed, you're going to think on sacred geometrical shapes, numerology, or higher beings. They say that higher beings have a magnetism that you can actually bring to you by looking in their eyes. So if you know of an ascended master and there is a statue of them or some kind of relic or something connected to these very adept, powerful beings, including Christ, you can look into their eyes and focus on their energy and receive some very powerful magnetism and perhaps even meet them on the dream realm. Our mind is like the golden compass. Whatever we focus on, that's where our higher self goes. Seek first the kingdom of this world, you will send your higher self to hell. Seek first the kingdom of God, you will send your higher self to places where you receive power, energy, enlightenment, and a lot of blessings in your life. So this is what Spirit is bringing you, Jules, is to watch your thoughts and write down your dreams. 8 hours a day you are praying. These are called physical prayers. These physical prayers are cleaning your house, cleaning your car, cleaning your diet, cleaning your relationships, building a garden, building something and making something with your hands. These are prayers. 8 hours a night you're praying. This is your nighttime meditation where you close your eyes. During that time, if you collected enough power during the day, you should be able to remember and sustain power on the spirit realm where you can unlock higher messages from higher beings. This is part of the lock and the key. And your heart chakra is pivotal in that. Activating your heart chakra is a book I should write. Maybe I will one day. Let's move on to the fun part, which I love, my favorite part. We're going to read a passage from The Wizard of Oz. This is going to be from you, from your higher self to you, or from you to your higher self. Ha ha ha. Let's see. And now, said Dorothy, how am I to get back to Kansas? Well, we shall have to think about that, replied the little man. Give me 2 or 3 days to consider the matter, and I will try to find a way to carry you over the desert. In the meantime, you shall all be treated as my guests. And while you live in my palace, my people will wait upon you and obey your slightest wish. There is only one thing I ask in return for my help, such as it is. You must keep my secret and tell no one that I am a humbug. Well, I'm telling you, what is the purpose of the Holy Spirit if all of our answers are in a book? The Holy Spirit is going to give you answers to your higher self, and these are to be kept secret and sacred in a locket. Sacred and secret in a locket. Let's get some characters for your Yellow Brick Road. I bought some new characters for the Yellow Brick Road for Christmas, just so we can play and have more fun. You ready? We're going to pick some. Oh, look at that pretty rose. Let's put that rose right there. And here we go. We're going to pick some. We got you some gold glitter here. So funny because your name is like Jules, and I got this jeweled piece of paper to do your art on just to see if it actually works. If it doesn't, that's fine. We're just going to practice to have fun, but look how it glitters and gleams. It's like, what? Can I actually do scrying on it? I don't know. We're going to try. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, away above the chimney tops. That's where you find me, somewhere over the rainbow. There's a scarecrow. He scares away the black ravens to bring forward the white holy dove. And the scarecrow has good messages. It means the ability to see north, south, east, west if your scarecrow is off the cross. So the scarecrow is about taking on the sins or the ideas or the beliefs of the world, and it is not the intention of your higher self to believe those things. Those things were dominated by the reptilian wicked witch, which is the lower part of the hologram or the hallucination that we are or have been under. And the truth of the matter is we've been lied to about a myriad of things. And so getting the scarecrow off means we're no longer listening to the black crows. We're listening to the white holy dove. Seek first the kingdom of God. You and your double, hand in hand, like a locket, opening up. A message in a bottle. Somebody wants to talk to you, maybe from the spirit realm today. What? And Spirit says when we're finished with your piece, we need to dust your piece with gold glitter to activate it. Somebody's really happy. And you have a glow-in-the-dark Matchbox Fairy. I don't know why that one was brought, but let's go ahead and activate it. And I'll show you. Whoa, it glows. And it has a locket. Oh, this is the second locket you're getting. What? And then what's inside? A secret perfume heart bottle. This is all about the heart. What? That's so awesome. All right, let's move everything out of the way. We're going to anoint your piece with Mushi the butterfly. And Mushi the butterfly has 320 hertz frequency. Oh, see, look at the glitter. What? And it's here to teach us. I'm here to teach you to keep your heart as light as a feather and to be illuminated with your luminous light body, and that a healthy human resonates between 70 and 100 hertz frequency. Don't let your frequency go down. If your immune system is compromised, you could be 60 hertz frequency, and people who become ill or die are 25 hertz or less. Wear linen clothing or sleep in linen sheets, and you will be activated with 5,000 hertz frequency. Wear rose essential oil, you will be activated with over 320 hertz frequency. There are many, many secrets when it comes to frequency, and masters who wear frequency to heal themselves and others. All right, here we go. If I hear a song, maybe one verse is for you. Maybe one word is for you. And we are ready to begin. Let's put your name up there. This song is about you connecting with your higher self. Pretend that you are a little orphan here on earth and you've been stuck here in an orphanage and you've been finally adopted by your higher self. And so this is not about losing a mom or a dad. This is about you connecting with your true mother, father, or your true higher self, okay? Maybe far away, or maybe real nearby. She may be making him coffee. He may be straightening his tie. Maybe in a house all hidden by a hill. She may be playing piano. He may be paying the bills. I bet you they're young. Bet you they're smart. I bet they collect things like ashtrays and art. Bet you they're good. Why wouldn't they be? Their only mistake was giving up me. So maybe now this prayer's the last one of its kind. Won't you please come get your baby? Maybe. You know, I was just reading about a mosquito god. It's connected to the second brightest star in the sky, not Sirius B, the dog star. It's connected to I don't remember. It's in the comments of one of my videos. And when I was looking it up, because I couldn't understand what that second star was, what it represented, and everyone was saying, like, there's a secret. There's a secret to that second star that nobody talks about. And so I looked it up, and it's connected to a mosquito, and I see a mosquito. So now we're opening something up that is good. But let's go ahead and see what Spirit is saying to you and about your past and about because there's a hand holding a coin. Nope, a locket with wings on it. A coin, yes, with wings. And a locket with wings. And so many, so look at this hand. And there's a finger and a thumb, and it's holding a coin with wings. And there's a woman here. She has a strange outfit on. It's very strange. There's something about There is something about this star because that mosquito is right here. It's a mosquito, and they're called. And I'm gonna have to look it up for you or something. It's a planet. It's a star, and it's connected to the mosquito. And I'd never heard of it before until somebody commented. There's a man down here. This is your. They have coins on their head around in a circle. I don't really understand it. I think coins could represent curses because render to Caesar what is Caesar, but I'm not quite sure yet. There's somebody here, CRON, C clan. There's some communication down here. There's a man. There's a young woman. CR. Oh, yes. This is what this it's connected to that star system. But I don't know why this is saying this. There's a communication from somebody here. This Santa Claus is about Saturn, and it's about major shifts in the stars that is causing us to where before your ancestors or people you were connected to, our heads were cut off, meaning that our bodies and our heads were cut off, but our consciousness was bounced into a higher realm or reality, like two eyes of an owl. And so we bounced from one place to the other, and we went up into a new paradigm, a mother, and the ability to see further than what we saw before, because the snake represents the ability to see outside of the realm of seven. It's called the snake represents that portals open every 8 seconds. And so the ability for your consciousness to fly to higher realms and higher understandings is the Mad Hatter hat that has expanded, and you becoming a writer, a tarot card reader, an oracle. You are currently in a stage where you are going through what I'm going through, which is learning. And they want you to keep learning with the white feather. Even though this looks black, it's the white feather. This may be the ring of power for you. You may be given a ring of power. This is connected to Solomon. Now, the key of Solomon and the ring of Solomon is that the reason that these powers are starting to unlock within your energetic field is because of this alignment of this star that's not Sirius B, the dog star. It's the second brightest star in the sky. And there's three brightest stars. And I believe that the three brightest stars is connected to Trinity. So you're the one, Neo, and you need your Trinity in order to fully awaken. And that's connected to the 3 stars of Sirius. The 2 stars of Sirius, A and B, are visible. The third one is invisible. And they can't prove that it actually exists. So you come from a place that was dominated by Saturn. And now we're not dominated by that certain energy anymore. And the hat that we once wore, we didn't have one. Our heads were cut off. And now you're being given a new hat. And these new hats are the eye. It's the eye of Horus. Now, she keeps holding up a cross. And I think this is you. But I'm not quite sure. I'm going to ask exactly what this is, what's going on here. So let me show you what that hand movement is. This is a very, very, very significant symbol that you're actually putting. This is you. This is also you. And these are all influences in your life. This is a very significant symbol that I may not know everything about. So make sure that you look into it yourself. But we're going to look at that particular hand movement and see what it means here. So that's Pluto. This is Chiron right here. Okay. That's Neptune. Saturn. Jupiter. Yeah, it's like Mars. Kind of like Mars. I think it's Mars. I think it is Mars. Let's look at the other ones. Well, look at this one. It's a pinky up. That's not the pinky up. You just have a thumb up. Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of people with Mars energy. That's a pinky and a thumb. So let's read this. All right, so you have that. With Mars by our side, we can assert ourselves in the world. Our presence is felt and our voices are heard. Like a flame, Mars rises upward and helps us stand strong. Ahaha, this is what I saw. You were down. But that's because you were learning. But you're going to be standing strong. You're going to be standing up. You're going to have prosperity. Standing strong for what we believe in. Social justice movements are great examples of Mars's energy in action. With clarity of purpose, Mars leads us to peaceful change, the upholding of human rights, and representing the unrepresented. When Mars appears, there is strength and vigor required to face the challenges ahead. It may take the form of speaking your truth, getting yourself out of a harmful relationship or job, or getting involved in activist work. As alchemists, we must be very precise with our dosage of Mars, as in uncontrolled amounts, it leads to outbursts and violence. Mars is most potent when paired with ahimsa, nonviolence. So let's read it from this angle also. The metal of Mars is iron, to rule with an iron fist. Ooh, so that is a fist. Ahaha. Illustrates their pairing. If these two cards appear together, you may be doing just that. This one is upside down. This one, oh, this one goes this way. Mars may express itself through nightmares or distraught dreams. I did pull the dream card for you. Make sure to utilize creativity when this planet is at work. Draw and have a dream journal as much as possible. Go deeper. Study the history of peaceful protest. To ponder. Fighting without fighting. For you, the best way to fight is to not allow anyone to know what you think or feel as a communication. Some people don't deserve to know how you think or feel because their only purpose is to bring you down with them to a lower realm, to tether their biofield to yours. You get their consequences and curses, and they get your prosperity. So to rule with an iron fist is something that is in your, and you have very strong shoulders, and there is a, this is a very powerful read. So just be aware that the stars are in your favor, but be careful not to vocalize your lower self. Meaning, if somebody offends you, if you get triggered, that is a lower reactor mindset, is to react to what people say about you in the physical. Because you in the physical doesn't matter anymore. Your only job in the physical is to be nothing and yet everything, to collect power. Make a garden, draw something beautiful, make a song, write a book, learn, study sacred geometry, numerology. But at the same time, you are I'm sorry, it's almost as if they're trying to talk to me about something. Study numerology, study sacred geometry to collect personal power during the day. And then at night, you will be able to have enough power to sustain your memory of your dreams. But when this world, the purpose of this world is to distract you and polarize you. So if somebody tells you you're dumb or stupid or wrong, or they tell you that they love a really disgusting person, or they tell you that they hurt animals or children, it is all a test to see if you are trying to control your life or this world through your physical body. The way that you handle the world is through your inner child, and that is comedy and your art of invisibility. So invisibility is not reacting. So let's say you have a friend that you've had for a while and they always trauma dump on you. The best thing you can do is not buy into it, not worry about it, not people please. So you're being asked to rule with an iron fist when it comes to your life. And this means ruthlessness. You are not going to dovetail and be friends or family or be in close connection with family members who are following death energy, who are not aware of how their actions actually hurt you or others. Now is the time to be ruthless, to cut everyone out of your life that no longer serves you. You have the ring of power. You have that mosquito deity. I'll have to look into him. I don't know anything about him. I've seen him many times in my reading, and it was only yesterday that I figured out who he was. Only yesterday. He showed up in my readings many times, and I just thought I really thought that he was a parasite. But according to my reading, it's a star. And it's a deity or a god that is like a bug god. And he's called the Mosquito Man. So I don't know. Now, you have a lot of children in your piece here, and you have the owl here, and the owl seems to be stretching its wings out, comforting the children. And I think that a part of you is using your higher self for a higher purpose, connecting with ancient gods and deities, and studying and becoming an oracle and an alchemist and a myriad of other things that because you have the big iron fist, meaning you're going to have a very strong presence in this world. You don't need to suffer the muggles or the munchkins. The wise owl is the protector, and you have that protection energy, but there's some things that I don't understand here. Like, okay, so there's a man and a woman. The man's head has been cut off. Then you go up 2 stairs, and a man and woman comes together under the dominance of the Santa Claus, which is the number 12. And he has the ring of power. And I think what has happened is a flipping has occurred where you didn't have power before or something, and now you do. So it's time to trust that you have power. And there's 2 children hugging each other here too. It's like you have these 2, down here it's 1, here it's 2, here it's 3. So we're going through numerology here. 1, 2, 3. And so the one ring, you're the one who needs your Trinity. And the Trinity is a star system that is birthing and awakening within you. Let me show you what I see here. There's almost like a couple of children, and they have the faces of like a moon or a planet. So this may be about influences that are affecting your energetic body that you're unaware of. They have their arm around, and this other one, they have their arm around, hugging each other. And there's rune symbols and cross symbols, lots of crosses, and snowflakes. And a reptilian. You may have some family members that are dominated by reptilian energy and they don't even know it. And their purpose is to feed off of you and cause drama and keep you from going through your divine trinity and your power and your ascension and all of those things. Because there's an alligator or there's a reptilian above the children here. And the vibe I get is we don't fight flesh and blood, we fight principalities and powers. And some people are just, well, let me read this to you. This was brought to me today, and I don't know why, so maybe this has something to do with it. Okay, the Draconic race is the earliest Ophidian ancestry in the world, and their ancestors elsewhere happen to be from our very old past, which has appeared among everything in creation and come from a disconnected world. It's called the Group of 11, which has been assembled for a particular objective, has spoken that even the Draconians don't all really quite understand. So there's something about Draconians and solar, Amun-Ra, Father, Sun, Mother, Moon. They were here long before the human species. There was a human stellar war, and there was a false king of tyranny. And this false king of tyranny was into psychology and ideologies with belief of service to others, the law of one. Oh, they have always been over a false king of tyranny. Anyway, there's something in here about these reptilians. So it says, it seems though that humans too have always been somewhat like that of Earth-based extraterrestrials mixed with reptilian-based genetics. And that Draconis are in command of the Earth. But unfortunately, it is as though more and more of the non-human ET forms, along with various otherworldly hidden reptilians' energy, has since forever been influencing the worldly-based souls who reject anything superior, becoming more and more infected or reptilian-like. Think of Draco Malfoy. Draco was the purebloods, and he didn't like mudbloods. So Draco Malfoy are the Dracos, and the reptilians are Gentile. Gentile is half Gen, half reptile. And anyway, the Draco, they're called the gardeners of the world. They hold true ownership over the earth and human beings, and they wish to help work through them positively. The war has been since some of the non-humans, the ET Draco reptilians, have always viewed themselves as the most intelligent species in the universe. And remember that both good and bad are born out of negative energy, as you can't separate forces of nature. Anyway, this article was brought to me today about changes in the world that are in our favor that were not once in our favor. So here, where we were once separated, Adam from Eve, we are now coming together, flesh and spirit. We're now given two souls. The Saturn influence is now over. They don't hold the ring of power. We do. But not because you hold the power, but because of the ones that are above you are actually working through you, helping you to hold and balance this ring of power without being polarized by anger, violence, self-importance, or low self-worth. So all they're asking you to do right now, Jules, is study and upgrade your mental inventory of truth and begin to strengthen who you are and who you aren't, and burning away all that is false. So this is a very, very positive read. And there's probably more to it than I'm able to convey. But take a screenshot, because there's a man behind all of it. And this male energy is almost like a new body of a new God that we've entered. And we are in a new body. We're no longer in the old body. We're in a new body of time. It's a time of letting go of our physical and accentuating the invisible through oracle abilities, through a myriad of communications here. So you're about at 12 o'clock, but your higher self is 13, and so you're stepping into your mastery. But it's almost as if your legs are over here and your head is here, and one leg is on C, the other A, on the letter O. So there's some communication to you. But this star is very important. Follow the North Star. It is the Northern Star. Okay, let's play. We're going to try to do a looking glass on this jeweled piece. And this is going to give us a little more information as to who you are, what is going on in this new world. What are you going to look like in the new world? And this new energy that is opening up doors for many of us, helping us step into our mastery, helping us step into our power, and helping us to balance flesh, mind, and spirit. And to hear that divine voice and listen to it and do great and mighty things, not only in the physical, but on the spirit realm. And being aware of what we do on the spirit realm is part of it. Seeing people on the spirit realm, you're going to see through their eyes. You're going to start seeing things that you never saw before because the energy has been allowed because of these alignments. So here we go. This may not work, and if it doesn't, that's okay. We'll flip the paper over. I just thought it would be so fun to do something with jewels on it. Like, what? I don't know if you can see that. It's all glittery. You see it? Come take my hand. You should know me. I've always been in your mind. You know I will be kind. I need to put this down on here. It's moving too much. We're gonna do this. I'll be guiding you, building your dream. Have to start now. There's no other road to take. Don't make a mistake. I'll be guiding you. But you have to believe you are magic. I'm going to do 3 pieces for you. We're going to try this one, though. I thought it would be so fun. Nothing can stand in your way. Your third eye is a goddess who is walking on water in front of your third eye. A rainbow bridge almost, an invisible bridge that extends out of your third eye in front of you. There's water, but the water is a horse. And I believe that it's about the eye of Horus. And it's a body of water. You're in the water. You have your hands over your chest. You're in this water. There is a man who has one hand over the eye. No, it's the mosquito man again. Don't be freaked out by the mosquito man. I'm going to figure out who he is. There's a clock here. You know what it reminds me of is Salvador Dali. The clock is melting. It has the Eiffel Tower on it. Oh, it's the Lady of Iron. The Iron Fist. The Eiffel Tower. The goddess of the Lady of the Iron. Iron goddess. You have a animal. Kind of reminds me of a wolf or a cat. They have the Eiffel Tower on their chest. I don't know what that means. What is it about you and the Iron Goddess? And then you have a man here. And a woman. And a beautiful crown that looks like the Holy Dove face. It goes like this, and something about being so happy. like a mother and a father, like a true mother and a father. Like looking at you going through this great awakening. It's almost as if you're wearing I've seen this woman before on a statue. She has these big earrings on the side of her head. She's a statue. She has this machine on the side of her head. It's a circle. I've seen it. And again, the Eiffel Tower. So you need to look up the goddess of iron. She's a goddess. She actually has many names. I believe she may be connected to Aphrodite. I don't know. It has something to do with the mist of the waters that mist up. And so you can see a little mist of the waters going up out of the waters here. And like waters, like splashing waters, and iron. So, we're 75% water. There's souls in this water. And the snake is collecting souls out of the water, putting him in a doorway. Secretly. Huh. Is it an alien? Or is it a snake? Is it an archon? There's a goddess standing here. She has a crown. She's blowing a horn that looks like this. But she's invisible. I'm going to show you a piece of art. I did a piece of art once, and this really reminds me of you. Okay. So, look at this very, very closely. Excuse me, Birdie. Put you back up there. There you go. No. I'm sorry. Here. Put you back up here. All right. So you're like this, okay? And there's these people, they're walking on water, okay? Do you see them? There's somebody here, there's somebody there. They're walking on water, okay? And I don't understand her. I never understood what this is. But you are the goddess of iron. That is what the Eiffel Tower is from the Lady of Iron. And it's very much connected to this. Do you see that person in the water? There's people in the water. They're like souls. And they birth out of the water and they go up to the 7 chakras. And there are planets. And your face makes a maze. And the maze goes up to higher realms here. And then up the wings to higher and higher places. But for some reason, this is you. This is who you are. And your chest is the heart that unlocks souls out of a lower water realm, and they float up like mist, like Aphrodite. And the souls flow up like mist, and then they go through a myriad of things, and they go up, 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 up to higher realms. But you are a place, your higher self is ancient, and I don't know how to describe you. That's you, though. That's you. Here you are in the water, and the wings look like the Eiffel Tower, and the mist of the water are souls, and then there's some kind of being that takes souls into a specific doorway through the Eye of Horus to a divine mother and father place, kind of like the movie Tangled, where the young girl left the tower of the old place, like this is a tower, and we get to leave the tower through a hidden doorway, the Eye of Horus, to a place that is connected to a star system that was from what they talk about here, the Draco star system. The Draco star system comes from this mosquito dude. It was a planet that we once inhabited. Now, some of us have the blood of the ancient ones, and we're not reptilian. We're more draconian. Almost like saying you're a pure blood. Draco Malfoy. See, Sirius Black was not a pure blood. I think that he had like some kind of reptilian, but some people have Draco blood, and they're considered the Draco Malfoys. According to your piece, you have some of that, which means that you, and see how there's somebody invisible walking on water over your third eye. That's very much connected to what I see, and I don't understand it. We're going to have to do some studying on this. So you're going to have to look up the Lady of Iron. And, yes, so maybe the Eiffel Tower and all of that, and a woman, she's invisible. She's walking on water and blowing a horn. And these souls are coming out of the water, going into a secret doorway. And there's portals that open, and these are and holding one eye means, one eye over your eye, especially if it's a white hand, means that the ability to see above and below. The reason you came here was to see through the eyes of hell, and then to remember your eyes of heaven, and then in perfect balance use your power and use your knowledge in perfect balance, where your wisdom is so great now, like the owl, that you have the iron fist. And the owl that is on the iron fist means you're not going to misuse your power. You're going to use it because you are now wise. This is why the Santa Claus has the tetrahedron as a hat, because you were sent here under the curse of Saturn in order to see from a 45-degree angle above and below. And that's always what that symbol means. And so you're currently not in that hat, you're in this hat. The Mad Hatter hat is, oh my gosh, I'm going through a major awakening. I don't know if I even believe what I believe. I'm getting downloads. I'm having and I'm starting to step into my power. I'm starting to step into a little bit of knowledge. I'm starting to practice it. See how this looks like a child? That's where you are. But the agenda is for you to become the Lady of Iron and to get souls out of the waters of chaos, which is the I Am God, which is Yam, the God of the sea, which is the body of Christ. Yahshua is Yah, Moon, Shua, Sun. To get people who are ready to expand out of ignorance and being asleep or unconscious, they actually come out like mist into a doorway, and they get to go home. So Cinderella, you're home. You're no longer under narcissistic control or under the dark energies. And it's a major awakening. It almost seems like, and I've always thought this, that woman that I've seen on a statue with the big earrings that looks like a machine, I've always thought that it was a simulation. Somebody who is in a simulation. But I could be wrong about that. Let's do one more piece because this one is, see how it looks like a mother with her face down right there? This whole piece looks like a divine mother. A very, a mother that has lived so long that they are no longer a person, they are a place. They don't want to be a person. They want to be a place, and that's what we all end up becoming. That's why Jesus said, turn over a stone and there I am, cut a piece of wood and there I am, because we all end up becoming so powerful that we become a place who can manifest as a person or a burning bush or anything we want if we want to. But we create a place for the safety of the innocent and the children who are ready to come and awaken to who they are, if I'm explaining that correctly. Let's go to your third piece. I think this is one piece that I'm going to be mailing to you so you can see, especially with the glitter, how there's a lot going on here. But now you can see why you have the iron fist, because you have the Lady of Iron and you know, whenever you see a train, and I did see a train conductor here with this man, I think it's in your blood. So there's something in your blood. You know, train conductors are a communication that you come from pure blood. So they are always the ones like Hagrid who bring souls onto a dimension and help them travel to wherever they need to go, up or down, right? And something happened to your lineage. You were cut. Your blood or something was cut. And you may have been cut off from your original family because maybe you mingled with a non-pure blood. I don't know what happened there. But you're the Lady of Iron, and that is also the train, the iron train. And the train conductor and all of this stuff, you have a gift that you have to remember and get back into. Let's look one more time. There's no chill, and yet I shiver. There's no flame, and yet I burn. I'm not sure what I'm afraid of, and yet I'm trembling. There's no storm, yet I hear thunder, and I'm breathless. Why? I wonder. Weep 1 second then next I'm fine. I feel as if I'm falling every time I close my eyes. And flowing through my body is a river of surprise. Feelings are awakening I hardly recognize as mine. I'm a bundle of confusion, and yet it has a strange appeal. Did it all begin with him and the way he makes me feel? I like the way he makes me feel. He makes me feel. I like the way. I like the way he makes me feel. Daggone the fish god, you don't say. I never met him on the spirit realm, so I don't know if what I've read is the truth. It's this alien being who brought you the locket. I don't know who they are. There's a space station, and on the base space station is a spider. A scary looking spider eating at this spaceship. My goodness, Jules, this is crazy. Oh my gosh. The TT, so Titan. Look, let me tell you something. So you have some energy on you that kind of freaks me out. So space stations. So the blackbird represents a space station that has been destroyed. So the vibe I get is, I don't know if you know who Dagon the fish god is, but Dagon the fish god is. Let me give you a little history. There's an African tribe. They are called the Dogon tribe. They knew that a half man, half fish beings came here and created human beings. They knew that they knew the star systems before it was even written down in history. They knew that Sirius B, the dog star, was connected to these half men, half fish beings. The invisible planet of Sirius B, the dog star, which Dogon tribe, was Emma Yah. That was her name. It's a planet, I believe, called Sirius C, that is made up of only women. But this one is only men, or at least what they seem to be men. Well, anyway, this goes all the way back to that star that we see in your piece, and that star that starts with C. I think it's called. I'll have to remember how it's spelled, but it's this star. Anyway, it goes back to what I was just reading about these gods, the reptilians and you know, it's so strange. I printed this out today, and I was even asking myself, why should I even print this out? But Spirit was like, well, just print it out. You might need it when you go live or whatever. But so anyway, there's the original ones who created human beings are in your art, whether they are called Draco or Dagon or whatever. They are called Dagon the fish god. Now, if you look at Catholicism, they dress up as Dagon the fish god. The Pope wears a hat that looks like this. It's the hat of the fish of Dagon. Dagon has a hat that looks like that. And Dagon, the fish god, is connected to the I am God in the Bible. The I am God is Yam. Okay, so the I am God is the god of the sea, just like Dagon, the fish god, which is the mermaid god, right? And the god of the sea is the god of war, the god of flood, the god of chaos, and the god of child sacrifice. God sacrificed his own son. Well, it's a place of pain and suffering and illusion and assimilation and being unconscious and being asleep. And to awaken is very, very painful. And they make it painful because there's no other way to become powerful again except through pain, according to them. So the sea god Yam and Dagon, the fish god, pushes and pulls and feeds off of us and does all kinds of terrible things. And it's all for the purpose of awakening so that we can have immortality for those who are called to do so. Or at least maybe still have the blood, or I don't know what. Well, anyway, Dagon's son is Baal. And these are all child sacrifice. But I did a reading on these gods before I even knew anything about these gods. And according to my reading, and please, I'm probably wrong about this, but I'm just going to speak it so that you can contemplate. I'm just going to speak it. I'm going to show you the picture first, and then I'm going to speak. Sorry, Maximus, it's just me. I'm going to actually speak and tell you what I saw. There are these pregnant women. Something happened. A tree was cut in half by lightning, Thor, thunder, lightning. One half of the tree went this way. The other half was a child who didn't go to God. The child went down, down, down to a horned being, to the body of Christ, which is Yah, which is moon, a cloaked being with a crying baby, to water and the mist of the waters down here. These poor little children. That's why I keep seeing children in your art. Children. See all the little children? All these children, all these trees that were cut trees that died, trees that were cut. And these beings here. And it's almost as if you can see the cut trees with the little dog on it right there. It's Dagon. It's Dagon. It's Dagon, the fish god. And so what happened is a divine mother from a higher realm lost me. And this is why Jesus didn't have a father, and Harry Potter didn't have a mother or father, and Dorothy Gale didn't have a mother or father, and Bastion didn't have a mother on the Neverending Story, and Luke Skywalker didn't have a mother or a father. It is because something happened in a higher realm where we were aborted or miscarried, or something happened where the tree was cut and we were sent to a lower world. And the purpose of being here is to work and up through. And it looks as if we go up and then we get reunited with God here up into the higher realm again. But we were stuck down here because of either, let's say that abortion takes your consciousness and it puts you in a lower realm because you don't have the strength, because you're just a small soul. And whether it was a miscarriage or abortion or a natural calamity of lightning striking a tree, regardless, the child was cut. There's a child lying there. And the child was cut, and the child was sent to Dagon, Baal, and Yam, the god of child sacrifice. All of them. So you're connected to that. And so anyway, these half man, half fish gods created human beings. And but it looks like your piece is good news. The good news is that maybe you did live on a space station, and what happened to you was a some kind of a spider technology came and destroyed your spaceship and you were sent down here, something like that. But now the black heart has been given a white heart. And this means the black raven, which means that I'm going to tell you what happened. So what happened was, here we were, young little souls, and nasty things got into our DNA or our energy because they needed a body. So they grew us like very ignorantly, and it was the Gen who took over us. That's why we're called the Gentile. So many of us ended up having pure blood and pure soul where we didn't see evil. So we weren't cut Adam from Eve. And we ended up being half Jinn, half reptile by Dagon, the fish god. And a myriad of other communications. So the book of Genesis literally says the Jinn is in your genes. And that's what the Gentile seems to be. And the Gentile was cursed for 7 generations. I'm not saying that you're a Gentile. What I'm saying is you have something in your biofield or your blood that connects you to the original God who created this world according to that. So here you are as a tree. Now, Jesus called people trees. He said, you know a man by the fruit of his tree. Any man that bears no fruit should be cut down and thrown into the fire, right? So even Odin was hanging from a tree. And there are many different ancient energies of tree people. So here you are looking like a Christmas tree. And the Christmas tree reflects that, and you're like walking on water again, which is the body of the Holy Spirit. And you look like almost like a nun. There's something about you. That you were given the black heart of artificial intelligence, which is a simulation, and your true heart is this pure white heart, and you come from a place you don't realize you come from. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but here again, you're walking on water, all right, like a mist. And the iron looks like this spaceship, and that is Dagon, the fish god. And you look like Mother Mary. So your piece isn't telling you about your life now. They're like, who cares about your life? You are one of the immortal ones. You have been in a simulation. You come from the Draco, Dagon, fish god energy. You are a part of a group of beings. There's a wolf here that I may not understand. I don't know if you follow John on here. He knows a lot about Norse mythology. You can try to ask him, but there's the mosquito god here. I don't understand him. Now, I will say that when I read about this mosquito god, there's not a lot of information. I guess we're going to have to astral travel or really get into. Now he says W, and then it says DAZDA. Yeah, so DAG. It is Dagon, but I'm not going to put what I don't see. DAG. And then there's some kind of symbol that looks like this. There's like a little seahorse here. Well, you're the story of Ariel, aren't you? You come from under the sea. Your father didn't want you to leave. You came into this place. It was a jerk world. You want to go back home. You're going to go back home. That's what it seems like. That's really what it seems like. She's putting her hand over her chin saying, "Be quiet. We're not supposed to know this." Oh. You need to study Dagon the fish god. I will say Mithra has a ancient sculpture of him standing under a rainbow, and then above on the rainbow is Dagon the fish god. And so Mithra and Dagon the fish god and all of these ancient Sumer energies are connected to star systems. And to be honest, I don't understand. All I can tell you is that you're connected to the Iron Fist, Mars, Sirius star system that's connected to Dagon the fish god. You were stuck down here because possibly you mated with a mudblood and they rejected you and put you down here, or possibly aborted or miscarried and got stuck down here. But your objective is to get above Saturn and to be able and to learn and to remember through knowledge and all that, and to fly like a bird, like a pretty little bluebird over the 7 colors of the rainbow. But you literally putting your hand on the Iron Fist is extraordinary, and I wish I had someone here to help me explain this, because that's who you are. The lady of iron. And I really feel sorry, because when I first started doing readings, I'll show it to you. I think I have it here. I saw the mosquito man and it was hurting somebody, and I thought it was like a vampire of sorts. Let me show you what he looks like. This was back in 2020. And I'm going to show you the mosquito man. Okay, so what we're going to do is go through here. Start here. See, look, we've been seeing Dagon the fish god all along. He's right there. The underwater god, Dagon the fish god. We've been seeing him for a while. And I don't know, because I want to astral travel and meet them. I don't want to read written history when it comes to Dagon. Like, I want to see for myself. Mosquito man. There he is. See his face? He has this long, pointy nose. According to this woman, she has a kingdom, and that mosquito man has a kingdom, and there's a battle of kingdoms between her and the mosquito man. The mosquito man is a star system, and supposedly an energy that influences us. Whether it's a god or not, I don't know. It's an energy that influences us. Okay, there's another one here too. And I didn't know, I literally had no way to communicate what that energy was. I had no knowledge. I tried finding it, and it wasn't just until here lately that I was able to connect it to a star system. See, there's frog people. There's the frog person right there. And there's the praying mantis, these bug people. And it's strange. See how people are stuck in the water? They're asleep. They're in there with a dog. They're in an illusion. Then there's these Egyptians and these gods above them that can see us and are watching us in like a well or a water. And there's the squatting man. See, I didn't even know the squatting man before. I didn't know. Back in 2020, I had no clue who that was. Now I know. All right, come on, mosquito man. I need to show you guys this mosquito man hurting somebody. Oh, here's the thing on the side of her head. That's what the thing looks like on the side of your head. It's a machine on the side of your head. There's a reptilian. I'd have to find it. One thing we do know is that the horse representing power is a good thing. This water is power, and you're coming out, which means that you're no longer unconscious. You're going into the realm of the gods. These are gods. You're coming into the realm of the gods. You're going through a major awakening. That's what we know. From there, I don't know what to say. I guess I should have warned you that sometimes readings aren't about your it sometimes can take you all the way back to your ancient past, and it tells you a little bit more of who your father and mother truly are and why you're here, and that you're awakening and you're going through a major shift, and you're going through the divine marriage, and you're going to be meeting energies that you have been unaware, and you're being prepared for it. That's the only way I know how to explain it. Yeah, I think you'll have to find some things inside yourself, but excuse me. There's got to be a reason why all of the Catholics all over the world practice Catholicism and don't even know that they revere Dagon the fish god, have no clue that Dagon the fish god is part of that whole thing. And Saturn, the black box of Saturn, is worshipped by Catholicism also. So putting these pieces together is something we're all going to have to study and come up with, because it's quite significant. As a matter of fact, anyone who is a historian and wants to connect with some ancient deities might want your piece of art, because it's not just every day that Dagon the fish god says hello to the world. And there's two men, one wolf man. And here he is. He has very strange lips. They go up and down like this. I don't see that you're dominated by aliens. I see that you're shifting from the black eye, which is artificial intelligence, to the white eye of the sun. I think that you're coming out of the waters of chaos and you're going into the sun, into illumination, out of being out of a microcosm into a macrocosm. And you're being asked to study and to study thought forms of God, because who we are, if we keep perpetuating in our mind, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, the world is this, is this, is this, and we don't start studying sacred numerology, sacred geometry, and envisioning a tetrahedron over our head and having thought forms of God, we're going to miss the awakening. Because I'm going to reiterate something to you guys before I have to go to my second reading. And that is, remember, this year is the year of the white water rabbit. Next year is the year of the fire dragon. When water meets fire, it makes steam. This steam is a rising. We are going to rise out of the waters of chaos and into the real world. We are going into our higher biofield. We're going to Emerald City, the master that walks on water, Anti-M. And in this great awakening, it's very important that we perpetuate in all efforts and continue our studying, not from just the written word, but from closing your eyes and allowing your higher self to give you downloads. And the recipe goes like this. All day long, you're hunting for power. You're either giving power away or you're collecting power. Make sure that you're collecting more power than you are giving it away. And at night, you'll be able to remember your dreams and sustain your consciousness so that you can remember who you have met and the communications there. You will go to very many different kingdoms on the dream realm, but if you have no power and you're weak, you are under the power of Dagon the fish god and all the fish gods and all the sea gods, including the I am god Yam, Dagon, and Baal. And that's not where you want to be. You want to be in illumination and light and all of that. So study, and just also realize that not all of your answers will come from a book. What is the purpose of the Holy Spirit if all of your answers come from a book? The Holy Spirit has a truth that will manifest and open doors within you, and you'll be able to connect the dots. You have the dots here, and now it's time to connect them. You come from not here, is all I'm saying. You are not from here. You are from somewhere else. You're from the Sirius star system. You're a daughter of higher beings. You were cast down here. Okay. So, Jules, thank you. And I know it's confusing. If you miss any portion of this, you can go to Mary Moses Art on my YouTube channel. I'm going to call Jennifer now. And Jennifer is my second appointment, so I'll be back here in about 5 minutes. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.